Hi, I'm Karen Leslie. I'm the owner of Little White Lantern Candles and Body Products and cabinfevercandles.ca. So I started making the candles during COVID and I loved it so much. It was like cooking to me because it's formulating and adding fragrances, and there's a lot of science to candle making. And I wasted a lot of product. The fragrance oils we use and the wax are fairly expensive. And if I would make a candle and use the wrong sized wax, or use the wrong wax with the wrong sized wick, or put too much fragrance oil in or not enough fragrance oil in, I'd have candles that wouldn't light, candles that would tunnel down, fragrance oil leaking out of the top of a made candle. So there's a lot of experimentation that goes in and a lot of wasted product. So I thought, gosh, if someone had taught me all of that in the beginning, it would have been so much easier. So I designed a couple of, I'm a teacher by profession, so I love to teach. So I decided to make this really easy for beginners to make their own candle. I have two types of candle making kits. One is to make one candle, so a single making kit, and a kit that makes two organic soy wax candles. And it literally takes under 5 minutes to make this, and I've taken all the guesswork out. So you would open up your single candle kit and you would get the exact amount of wax measured out for you, a jar, container with the fragrance oil pre-measured so you don't waste. That's the most expensive component of a candle, is the fragrance oil. So the candle kit comes with the container and the lid. I even provide a spatula that you can, after use, just put it in your dishwasher, because soy wax is really soybean oil. It just cleans up with hot soap and water. So you just put this in the dishwasher after and you've got a spatula. Everything you need to make a candle, including my candle instruction card. This is how to take care of your soy wax candle once you let it cure. So everything you need to make a candle is in here. It has the cotton wick that is the perfect size for the type of wax we're using, and the width of the jar that we're using, and that's really important. And I even have a little black mark where you center the wick in the jar right there, so it's in the middle. And then this is the wick centering tool that we'll put on after we pour the hot wax. So all you need really is a 4-cup Pyrex container, glass container, or a glass bowl. I've given the microwave instructions for this size of bowl, so it would be to your advantage to make sure that you use this size or a bowl about this size. So it is as easy as opening this great wax from Village Craft & Candle. And it's the only microwavable soy wax on the market. It's called Freedom Soy Wax. And the instructions say to microwave this for 2 minutes 30 seconds. And then I can tell that that's the right temperature now by looking at the wax. But just in case there's differences in microwaves, I add the extra 30 seconds at this point. Now this is a fragrance oil, and I am using Citrus Balsam, which is from Village Craft & Candle, and this is one of my best sellers. Everyone loves citrus, and Canadians, we all love the balsam, the outdoor, the cedars, the twigs of spruce fragrance oils. We all love the outdoor fragrances. So this combines citrus and balsam together. So it is my best seller. So I'm going to just add that fragrance oil right in there. And the wax has to be at a certain temperature so that the wax molecules are open and it's going to accept the molecules of the fragrance oil. Now the real tricky part is you must stir this for 2 minutes to 3 minutes. You don't stir it for 2.5 minutes. When you've poured the wax and the candle sets and cures, what can happen is a couple of days later, the oil will seep out of the wax and sit and form pools on the top of your candle, which is very dangerous because the fragrance oils have a pretty low flammable point, so you can actually set it on fire. There's all kinds of myths about pouring slow, pouring fast. I generally try to pour it just kind of slow and steady so I don't get any air bubbles in. And now, to stabilize the wick so the candle doesn't, the wick doesn't settle over to the side, you just take this little popsicle stick with the hole drilled in it and just make sure your candle wick is centered in the middle. You'll also get a warning label, and this is really important. Even if you're just, I know you're not selling candles, but if you gift it to a friend, always put the warning label on the bottom of the candle container. And it tells how to trim the wick. It just tells me how to properly burn it, how not to leave it alone. But that is really critical, to always put this sticker on the bottom of your candle glass. Okay. It also comes with your very own label, so you can you just peel it off and stick it right on there, and it looks very professional. And that's it. We made a candle in, I think, under 4 minutes, and that's as easy as it is. Now you have to let this cure, don't touch it, for at least 24 hours. And then to have a really good, what's called a hot throw. So you'll smell the candle now, and you'll smell the candle when it has set up. But to get a hot throw, which means how far and how much the fragrance is thrown by the candle, you need to let this wax cure 2 weeks. I know that sounds like a long time. You could burn it within 24 hours, but the hot throw may not be strong, which means you may not be able to smell the candle from 10, 15 feet away. Well, thanks for joining me today. I hope you've learned something, and I hope you will make an attempt to try candle making. It is so much fun, and it's a great way to gift people, and it's a lot cheaper than buying these expensive candles in stores. So I hope you give it a try. It's really easy, I promise you.